much of a hat reduction in heating.
Yeah, I
and
would
cooling.
think that that would definitely be true.
$125,000, $150,000 for your savings in energy.
Yeah, okay. I would believe that,
Yeah.
looking at this building. This building is all over the place.
Yeah, and
It
over
would be
time, it
a
just,
heating nightmare, yeah.
so. Okay, we'll go downstairs, and that's our family consumer science and our STEM lab, and
You know how many square feet?
square feet on the second,
Lower level?
the lower level. Usable space versus other space is one big component, because there's definitely the teaching spaces, but there's a lot of space that's not used, and then some space that's part of our maintenance facility.
This is the culinary.
Yep,
You also have a mechanics kind of a, for
yep, that's right next door.
auto and,
My biggest complaint about the location is that the programs that really should be showcased and are part of the community are housed in the basement, you know? Where Mrs. Newton's program is much more on the cutting edge in terms of culinary, so she's done everything from provide catered box lunches for the staff on professional development days. She's done various takeoffs of the Food Network with cake throwdown. She's had a chili cook-off. She's presented different, she did the whole catering for the NEASC accreditation with her culinary classes. She's very eager to grow this program, and the students come out of here wanting to pursue a field in culinary. So we could take that to the next level and actually create really what would be a much more rigorous program. But again, we're kind of limited by not only staffing, but also kind of what we have here. So you can see she does with what she has, but the ability for students to really do more is definitely there. So she has a little area over here.
30,000 square feet downstairs. Downstairs. And 23 of it is effectively school use. 7 of it is for the maintenance department.
So one of the things that she's talked about in her program is to provide dinners for the staff, so we could do orders and it would just be prepared food, similar to kind of like a pasta vita or things like that. She does luncheons for different groups, including, I'll have lunch in here with Shoreline Principals Association, so they cater the meal, and this is her little dining room in here. Basically just a series of tables, but
I think that's fantastic. First, when I was in high school, they called it a home ec.
right, you didn't do it.
well,
Right.
this is much more professional though. This is not about,
Right, it wasn't.
No, it's professional grade. I mean, she creates an environment in which the students really realize that it's more than just learning how to turn on the stove and cook macaroni and cheese. And each time they present themselves, like we're doing an open house for the incoming 8th grade students, and so I met with some of our colleagues. We operate
A nursery school?
it's from age to, well, actually 3 to 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
And so we have had more and more of a demand from the community. We have a rotating schedule that kind of limits when their availability, but we're taking a look at it. This is another program that our teacher, Joanne Noonan, who runs the culinary program as well, has done a phenomenal job with. And there's more of a pathway sequence where students will take a course regarding early childhood education, children a closer look. And then they also do sort of an internship where they go out to various preschools and they do some job shadowing. And then the second portion of the class is where they actually have students come in, little guys come in, and they run lessons and activities.
fun, yeah.
So it's a growing program. It could grow exponentially. And what we'd love to see is the idea of a school being more of that community hub and providing more services for the community.
Do you charge
as we
for
move
this?
forward. No.
So what kids come in here? Who do these little kids belong to?
Moms in the community in Clinton that, they drop them off, and generally it's usually within a block of time. a 2.5-hour block or so they can go and do errands or do what they need to do, and then they come back. But the students basically have snack, and then they'll do story time, and then some kind of craft or activity.
And this is an ongoing thing?
Yep.
How do the parents get picked? I mean, who gets to bring their kids here for free?
Well, the problem, it's not really, it's just sort of like by first come, first serve. And so based on the enrollment, she does have parents on waiting lists. And we've
I
talked
bet,
about,
yeah.
you know, it's offered in the fall, we've talked about doing it full year. And really, it's about her being able to be all things to all people. But this is one program that I'd love to see grow and expand, because I think it fits a need, and it definitely gives hands-on experience for the students to really engage. And many of them think, oh, that's not what I want to do, and then they get in here and they're like, ooh, well, what could I do with a career? So we've converted this space, and this is kind of where she creates the classroom setting now. But during the time when the kids are here, these desks are gone, and the space is converted into more of a pre.
Now, does that create any liability issues for the town, that you've got a little preschool going on here? No?
Not any more than having high school this year.
That's true. And in some cases, the little guys are easier.
Less of a concern.
Sorry.
Production area, and students take sort of an intro to communications course, and then they take video and video production too, with the intent that we'd love to see. We're, again, challenged by the sense of space and the idea of having a video lab where they could really produce quality productions and do an ongoing studio. But that's kind of the work, and there are a series of Mac labs. And do you guys want to go in there?
No, it doesn't matter to me.
Largely supported initially, startup through the Morgan Trust, right?
Through the what?
Morgan Trust.
This is what's left of the endowment from the Morgan endowment?
So this is a Mac-based platform, and again, you can see that students are kind of limited by what they have in terms of space to be able to produce, but they have a lot of high-powered means to be able to do the work that they learn and then apply. But
They use Final Cut Pro, probably?
Yes. they
yes,
do.
Yeah.
for video production too,
Yep.
and then there's some initial programs that they use. So this is video production. I'll walk you guys through to the,
Yes, there is this goal.
Which is?
Our auto lab.